This Indiana Pacers team is freaking me out, man. These guys are freaking me out. Who are these people? You got Pascal Siakam over here summoning his Cameroonian ancestors with some black magic basketball mysticism. Eyes rolling back in his head. And who's that mystery man in the background? He even felt it. He looked up and said, oh, there he goes again. Oh boy. I've said that the Thunder team, they got that championship swagger, but I don't know, man. This Pacers team, they are tapped into some basketball god, demonic black magic mysticism. Obi Toppin out here, he's shaking hands with ghosts. Rick Carlisle coming out to many men in the intros. You got the great Rick Smits, the Duncan Dunchman, 7'4", 1998 All-Star manning the t-shirt gun. And did you see what Pascal did to Jalen Williams? Oh my God, poor Jalen Williams. Last game, the guy has 40 points, and in this game, he's a minus 40. 40 points one game, minus 40 the next game. Ay, ay, ay. Something about the state of Indiana, man. That state is tapped into some black magic basketball type stuff, man. I mean, you know, you got Larry Bird, who is a literal basketball god. Just go on YouTube and type in Larry Bird stories and just listen to some of the stories of that guy. Reggie Miller, who's a basketball demon. You got Caitlin Clark, who's a basketball demon. Arguably the best basketball movie of all time takes place in Indiana. And then you have this crazy team. I mean, clearly Tyrese Halliburton is tapped into some demonic basketball powers. And then, of course, you have TJ McConnell, who's just the icing on the cake. Black magic, basketball, Indiana, mysticism. This guy's basically like a 6'1" Michael Jordan at this point. I mean, what do you even say? Tyrese Halliburton doesn't even know what to say. He was asked about TJ after the game. He's like, what do you say? He's the great white hope.
Describe the impact that TJ McConnell had on this game.
He's unbelievable, man. He's unbelievable. I don't even have the words. He's a great white hope. You know, that's what we call him.
And I know they don't have a championship, but still, man, something with the state of Indiana and basketball, there's something going on there. Something's going on, and it is fun to watch. And my God, did they whoop the Thunder last night. They forced 21 turnovers. They had 16 steals. The whole team was bad. I think that was the worst game I've ever seen Shea play. What do you have, 8 turnovers? I mean, Chet, the guy's 7'1" and only had 4 rebounds. And then meanwhile, you get TJ McConnell out here. He's 6'1" and has 9 rebounds. Who are these people? And the whole Thunder team was bad, basically, except, I guess, like Isaiah Joe. But, I mean, Chet was bad. Obviously, Jalen and SGA struggled, but, I mean, Lou Dort and Caruso were invisible. I mean, I don't think the announcers even, said their names the entire game. And speaking of more black magic, I guess Halliburton did some kind of weird magic spell upon this mystery calf issue, because he was fine. 14 points in only 23 minutes. Calf seems to be okay. I guess it wasn't that bad of a calf strain. The best thing about that is, like I just said, he only had to play 23 minutes. So this maniac is going to be all nice and well rested for Game 7. And I know it was a blowout, and things are kind of lopsided when it comes to stats and all that stuff, but the stuff that this Pacers team does, like the lead scorer in their starting lineup wasn't either of their all-stars. It was Andrew Nembhard with only 17 points. And the guy who scored the most points came off the bench, Obi Toppin, with 20 points. And then the most effective guy is like this 6'1" maniac, TJ McConnell out here, 12 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. He's the oldest, shortest, whitest dude out there. He's boxing out Isaiah Hartenstein. He's stealing the ball from Shea, from the MVP. And their defense, my God, how physical they were. They made life absolute hell for Shea. And something I did kind of notice is that they focused way more on half-court defensive pressure instead of using all that energy to pick up full court like they do sometimes. Instead of picking up full court, they're like, you know what, we're just going to give them hell in the half court and have really good transition defense. And it's so interesting to see how things oscillate between each of these games. Like one game, it's like, man, look at the OKC Thunder defense. And then the next game, it's like, man, look at the Pacers defense. And there was that one point in the third quarter, the Thunder went almost 7 minutes without scoring. This is the Thunder, the best team on paper in the history of the world, with the the stats and the analytics and the ratings. They're the best team in the history of the universe. And the Pacers, who no one cared about all season long. No one was talking about the Indiana Pacers. One weakness that the Thunder really have, I guess it would be their three-point shooting. This is something I've noticed throughout the playoffs, that they don't really take a high volume of threes or make that many threes compared to other teams. And usually it doesn't matter with them because they're so good in so many other ways. But I wonder if that is some tweak to their roster that they're going to do in the offseason, like a Duncan Robinson, someone like that. A few more things I want to tap into with this this Pacers black magic mysticism that they were up to. Only 2 turnovers in the first half. They ended up, when the game was over, I think forced the Thunder to like 21 turnovers. Really good runs in the first half. 13-2 run early in the first quarter, a 19-3 run in the second quarter. That one fast break they had, the ball barely even touched the floor. I think Halliburton had a steal, the Pascal dunk on Jalen Williams. Then Pascal hits that crazy fadeaway to go into halftime. Then Ben Shepherd hit that crazy buzzer beater after the third quarter to put them up 30. And then, of course, the icing on the cake, James Johnson, with the greatest stat line of all time, plays like 1 minute and gets ejected. Amazing. I love this team. I love it. I mean, how can you not love this team? And I don't know what the hell is going to happen in this Game 7. I don't know anything anymore. What an insane timeline we live in. I mean, think about just a couple months ago. If I came to you and I said, by June, Luka is going to be a Laker, Cooper Flagg is probably going to be a Maverick, and the Pacers are going to force a Game 7 against the Thunder, and the Pacers Stadium is going to be chanting TJ, TJ, TJ over and over again. You would say I'm on drugs. And you'd be right in saying so. Oh, and another thing, if you're a fan of a bad basketball team, this is something they brought up in the broadcast. Only 3 years ago, Thunder and the Pacers had a 24-25 win season. And look where they are now in only 3 seasons. You go from a 24-25 win season to playing a Game 7 in the NBA Finals. So if you're a fan of a not-so-good team, just remember, if your team does some right trades, play their cards right, get a bunch of good, hungry guys that play good team basketball, you could do a lot. And also, too, I loved when TJ McConnell's dad, he was like, he had a great game, but misses 2 free throws, which is like the most basketball dad thing ever to say. You could have like a 40-point game, you could have a win, but if you miss back-to-back free throws, you know that your dad is going to call you out on that.
What do you think of his performance tonight?
Excellent. Just disappointing, missed 2 foul shots in the beginning. I kept saying, man, I wish he'd have made those 2 foul shots. But he recovered, and we won the games.